There we go. So you will see that the rotation of the moon is different as you expect because not all the objects in the universe rotate at the meantime. You can see the illustration in page 129. They don't retain at the same time, and then they will rotate in the same direction. Okay, the Earth's rotation is side to side, but the moon rotation is different.
A new moon occurs when the moon lies between the Earth and the Sun. In this case, the side of the moon that is facing away from the Earth receives sunlight, and therefore the moon cannot be seen by people on Earth. As we look up into the southern sky, the moon moves from east to west. We will now take a look at the various phases of the moon. Let's assume that there is a full moon. The full moon rises in the east in the early evening, passes through due south at midnight, and sets in the west in the early morning. This means a full moon can be seen for a long time. The last quarter moon rises in the east at midnight, passes through due south in the early morning, and sets in the west at noon, and can be observed in the southeast before sunrise. The first quarter moon rises in the east at noon, passes through due south in the early evening, then sets at midnight, and can be observed in the southwest after sunset. The waning crescent can only be seen in the early morning in the east, while the waxing crescent can only be seen in the early evening in the west. The moon travels around the Earth counterclockwise, moving from west to east. This movement...
You understand how it's counterclockwise? The counterclockwise is the opposite of our clock. Usually you have the clock is moved from left to right, but counterclockwise is right to left. That is a rotation of the moon.
Around the Earth is known as the orbit of the moon. The orbital period of the moon can be expressed in either sidereal or synodic months. One sidereal month is the time it takes for the moon to orbit the Earth once and return to the same position in the celestial sphere. A sidereal month is 27.3 days and represents the actual orbital period of the moon. One synodic month is the time it takes for the moon to go from new moon to new moon, or full moon to full moon. A synodic month is 29.5 days and is known as the lunar month. The reason a sidereal month and a synodic month are different in length is because as the moon orbits the Earth also orbits the sun in the same direction. The moon also rotates on its axis from west to east. It takes the moon 27.3 days to rotate once. You may have noticed that this is the same duration as the sidereal orbital period. Synchronous rotation is the term used to refer to the fact that the moon's orbital period and rotational period are the same. Let's assume we are looking down from above at the moon orbiting the Earth.
There, guys. Okay. There is one part of the moon that we are not able to see. There will be one part of the moon that we won't be able to see. You will see the illustration in the page 129. That is the model 5. And the reason of the rotation of the moon is different. The rotation of the moon and the rotation of the Earth in his axis is different. There is rotation that is counterclockwise, but as the Earth rotate in its axis, also the moon rotate in its axis, but in a different way. Let's see if they have some picture here to show the rotation. Ok. Voy a compartirlo aquí. A ver. Aquí lo tengo. Ok, tengo esta. Miren, muchachos. Esta es la forma en que la luna rota, ¿verdad? Vamos a despejarlo un poquito. Aquí vemos, voy a usar el puntero láser, dame un segundo. Aquí vemos, ¿verdad? Que la luna va de derecha a izquierda rotando alrededor de la Tierra, pero la luna también gira sobre su propio eje. ¿Ok? Entonces, hay una parte de la luna que nosotros no vamos a ver que se le llama the back of the moon. ¿Ok? Esta parte de aquí. Nosotros desde la Tierra no la vamos a poder ver. ¿Por qué? Porque usualmente el pensamiento es que la Tierra, que la Luna gira como la Tierra, sobre su eje, pero no, no es así. La rotación de la Luna no es de esta manera, ¿ok? La rotación de la Luna es de esta manera, ¿ok? Es de esta manera. Entonces, nosotros siempre vamos a ver constantemente esta parte, es la parte visible. Esta es la parte visible. Y no vamos a ver la parte de atrás de la luna. Sí se han hecho muchas conclusiones y cosas místicas acerca de eso, pero es por esa la razón. ¿Okay? Nosotros solamente vamos a ver en esta dirección la luna. Nosotros no vamos a no vamos a poder ver la parte de atrás de la luna. ¿Okay? La forma en que rota la luna. Muy bien, chicos. Vamos a tener la clase aquí. Espero